everybody and welcome back to my channel. It feels so bizarre filming on my phone, but the reason for this is because today's vlog is all about little Arion over here, and I filmed it way before Christmas, before Vlogmas, and I never actually put the footage out, and obviously I didn't have my camera then, so I thought I will keep the quality all the same on the video. You really just gonna leave me? No, Ari, please stay. So today's video is the first of many in terms of Ari's breaking progress. I'm just gonna walk, just rejected. So this video is all about teaching him to lunge. Annoyingly, I didn't film the first lot of groundwork that I started doing. Are you gonna groom? That's really cute. Okay, that's adorable. Oh, they've had their rugs off for the first time in weeks because it's been freezing here, but it literally suddenly woken up and it's so mild but so foggy. Anyway, yes, so I annoyingly didn't film the groundwork with him because I was just doing it mostly by myself, or like mum was there helping and couldn't film. So this is kind of a week or 2 weeks into his proper education, but it's all about teaching him to lunge for the first time, and then I'm going to carry on doing vlogs. So I've got one about teaching him to long rein, and then you guys have already seen him jump, so I probably won't do any more of like the jumping footage, or if I do then I'll like film new stuff. But yes, Ari is a rising 4-year-old Irish sports horse cross warm blood. He's a homebred. He's out of my old mare Lara, for anyone that doesn't know him, and 2021 is the year that he is going to be broken in and ridden away, so it's very, very exciting. And I hope you guys enjoy these parts. They're not going to be like one after the other. They're just going to be sort of as and when I can get them out and as and when things happen. But yeah, the lunging one and the long reining one is going to be filmed on my phone, and then the camera will come out to play for all of the rest of the stuff. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you get a chance, like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the video, guys. My future event horse, everybody. I really hope one day I look back on this vlog when Ari's like just won badminton grassroots and be like, oh, look how far he's come. I hope.
Plan A.
Obviously, I will still have this beautiful mane at badminton because who wouldn't want that? So the brushing now, like he's not going to have anything on his back. This is more just a formality, and just so it's like a nice thing before he gets worked. He has a nice little groove because he quite enjoys it, as you can see. So yeah, this is just to get him used to a kind of routine more than to make him look pretty. He is like, yes. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good man. Oh, well done. I am so proud of you. This is a big deal because Ari, although he has had a bridle on and everything before, he had a habit of rearing up when you put it in. But as you can see, that was the first time then, and it was very, very successful, wasn't it? Super good boy. The reason we're keeping a head collar on is A, so G can keep a hold of him for me, and B, when we go out to lunge him, I don't want to clip the lunge rein to the bit because he doesn't understand bit pressure yet, so it'd be a bit unfair to be winging him around with it attached to the bit, so the lunge line's going to attach to the head collar when we're out there. Right, should we go for number 2? Oh, God.
Don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it. I wanna see it. See how. Rewind. When we rewind, it feels so nice. We time. You, I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. This sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk.
Ready to rock and roll.
Ready to rumble.
Good lad. Good boy. So all of this playing and chomping with the bit is a good sign. It's just him getting used to it. Obviously a bit of a new sensation for him. Oh, pardon the pun. Yeah, see what I know?
No, I don't get it.
A bit of a new sensation.
Hey!
Talking about a bit in his mouth.
I thought you made it on the new sensation. I was like, no, not following.
No, that's not a pun, Meg. Good boy, and walk on. Good lad. Good boy. So basically just doing 100 of voice commands. Good lad. Okay, so down into the arena now with Ari. So first things first, I'm just doing a lot of starting and stopping. Lots of praise for him there, as you can see. And the main thing here, which you guys can't hear because I've had to turn the volume down because it was so windy, but I am using loads and loads of voice commands. So voice commands to go, voice commands to stop, just because I need him to understand those before he starts lunging. So I have some way of communicating with him that he actually understands, because obviously he's had voice commands his whole life, but he's not had the pressure from a bit, even though it's not connected to the bit right now. So I just want to reinforce those. Here you can see it was really good because I made him stop when I was a bit further away from him, and he didn't come and intrude on my space, but he does there, so I just push him back, and once he stands nicely, I then proceed forward without turning towards him, and he follows. Okay, so Ari kind of just took himself into this lunge, so we're rolling with it. Steady. Steady. Good boy. Good boy. Ooh, good. Actually moves quite nicely.
Good.
So I'm kind of staying in the middle where like I should be, and G is just putting a little bit of pressure to keep his quarters out on a circle. Good boy! Forgot to say, guys, this is not a lunging tutorial, okay? This is just how we are doing it and how we're working with this particular horse. Good boy. But yeah, this is absolutely not
That's a boy.
tutorial. So the wind had picked up again here, so I thought I'd come back and do a voice note. So this is still the same session, and we are actually starting to teach him to lunge here. What I haven't said at the start of these clips though was that I'd already done about a week or maybe 2 weeks of groundwork with Ari in the school, doing lots of leading, so he was further ahead at this point than the video kind of makes out. So at the moment I am sort of stood in the middle and trying to keep relatively sort of still, not move too much, and G is kind of doing all of the hard work. She's kind of keeping him out on the circle and also keeping him moving forward, because he's not 100% sure what he's meant to be doing, so he kind of needs someone behind him to send him forward, because he understands that way of asking him at the moment. But literally he has come on so quick here. I was so impressed. Me and G are so happy, if you can hear the audio. I'm so happy. I know that looks like the smallest achievement ever, but that's amazing. Like, this is the first time we've come out with a lunge line with a bit in. Obviously, like, he's done the groundwork and the walk exercise we were doing at the start. But yeah, so chuffed that we've got him trotting around on both ways in a lunge-like fashion. A lot better on the left, but obviously, like, he's more used to getting instructions from this side. But yeah, so chuffed. I've got carrots in here. Tell you what, I might whip his bridle off out here. So the session well and truly ends out here, and you have a nice little experience. And then you can have a carrot. Well done, my lovey. I know, just gently with that. Well done.
Yeah, he's like magic.
Where did that come from?
Clever boy.
I just want to quickly say, because the trouble with doing these vlogs where you vlog day after day is that you see how often I wear the same clothes. So yes, I am wearing the same leggings, but I have got a new top on and a new coat. So
I saw you wearing that top yesterday.
damn, you actually did. Yeah, but I wore it to the chiropractor. That was clean. It was clean on then.
You gross.
Leave me alone.
You gross, girl.
Okay, so day 2, we started exactly the same. He's got the head collar on, he's got the bit in, and my lunge line is attached to the head collar, not the bit. So we start off again by doing lots of start stopping. And then this was the day that Ari started to turn in when you stop him, as you can see there. So that is why G is now behind me. So we were trying to just sort of keep him to stay out a little bit more. And again, you can see it there. So the way we did end up combating this, you can see G there just keeping his shoulder out and having him along the fence line to stop so he can't actually turn. This worked straight away, so lots of praise for him there. And we just continued this pattern a little bit both ways, and then in a minute we'll show you how we are getting him to lunge. And Mum actually came out to film this day, so you can really see what G is doing. Okay, so getting him back into a lunging position. I've skipped forward a bit here because there was loads of walking, but you can see G is just pushing him out while I stay still. So he's still got that kind of support from someone near him, but he's ultimately taking instructions from me, or should be learning to take instructions from me. And then G definitely has a short straw on this one because she has to keep running behind him just to keep him out on a nice even circle, whereas I am just kind of stood in the middle talking to him a lot and trying to get him to understand that it's me telling him to go forward, it's me telling him to stay out. So eventually we hopefully won't need G, but you can see he's actually really starting to enjoy this, which is so sweet.
No mate, we're not country. He's like, I'm faster than you, Georgie. Naughty pony. Shut up. Come on, shut up. Walk on. Walk on. Good boy. Well done. Walk on. Pass the gate, mate. Pass the gate. But why? Go on. Good. Well done.
Okay, so there you can see we were very quick to react. So he wanted to stop by the gate, which is obviously something we do not want to reinforce in his sort of riding education. So we were very quick to be like, go forward. And then here again, just keeping him going forward and making it that he stops when we ask him to stop rather than when he decides to, just so he sort of gets this understanding of listening to instructions.
Oh,
Hey, good boy.
You go for a trot? Yeah. And jump on. Well done. Good boy.
So now just repeating everything on the other rein. Something I should probably say is that G is always behind me. So obviously if he shoots forward, which is going to be his most sort of common way to go, she can easily duck out without getting sort of tangled up in the lunge line, or she can come and stand with me. This also shows why it's so important that we didn't want him to spin in on us, because obviously if G's there and he spins in and goes the other direction, that could end quite badly. So it just shows why we were being so strict with him at the start, to make sure he understands that he can't spin in and suddenly change direction of his own accord. So we've switched it up a little bit here. I'm actually lunging him by myself, and G has gone to the outside of the circle to stand near the gate. So the reason for this was because Ari was starting to stop at the gate and trying to spin and change direction and just not go forward past it. So you can see G there is really quick to come in and send him forwards if he tries to stop. Okay, it is day 3 of this vlog now. New leggings on! Shout out washing machine and clean clothes. So today we're going to do basically the same, putting a bridle back on Ari, over the head collar again. When he's lunging, he's still going to have it attached to the head collar ring, But I think we are planning on doing the walk exercise you guys have seen with it attached to the bit, just so he starts to get a little bit of an idea about pressure on his mouth. But obviously when we're lunging him, if he's running off and not quite being on the circle, we don't want the bit like yanking his mouth, because that's not the pressure we want him to be accustomed to. Also, we are going to be putting a sursinger on him, which is just like an elastic band, just to get him used to the idea of having a girth on. So this just goes around their tummy. We were going to put a roller on, but that's like kind of the next step. He has worn a roller a while back, but that was ages ago, so he's unlikely to remember any of that. So that's the plan.
Let's just do what you want to. Please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't stop now, never let this end. For the thrill of it, we can have it, no regret.
Okay, we are now clipped onto the little snaffle. Gone back to his dominant side just to learn this. Continued our walk exercises. Good boy, walk on. He's like, what? Walk on. Well done.
Good boy.
Good boy. And walk. Good boy. Walk on. Good boy.
All that is stuck in my head. It's me and you, both speeding, my heart is racing, but I'm not sure I wanna pace it, cause it only does this with you. Our bodies meet, I can feel the tension, move us into the next dimension. Let's just let our bodies be true. We make out for the thrill of it, mess around for the thrill of it. Don't
Okay, session number 3 done. So we didn't do any lunging today, we just focused on getting him like out of my personal space, because you can probably see, especially on the side, like his offside, so he's not used to being led from that side. He's a lot like weaker, he doesn't understand it as much, so we spent a long time on that rein, just making sure that when I ask him to stop, he does stop when he doesn't turn in, and yeah, that he just sort of stays away from me, because obviously I don't want him walking on top of me. So that was today's session. And he was a very good boy, so very pleased with him. So we're going to leave it there. He's going to have a day off tomorrow just because he's had quite a lot to do. And then we might bring him in and give him another little lunge later in the week. Well done, Ari!
Don't give up now, little donkey.
What is it?
Bethlehem's inside. Oh, you good donkey.
Part of the nativity.
It's a bit.
This is actually desensitising, obviously.
This is so productive. So professional.
Wasn't expecting you to video, in all fairness.
I catch you at your best.
Oh,
Oh, good boy.
good boy. Are we good?
No. How you know if I'm filming? I'll zoom in on your bum.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Are we
It's
good?
like 15 seconds long already.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, welcome back, guys. It is now... Okay, it's day 4 of Ari's training, but he did have a day off in between, so technically day 5, if you like. And look what I've put in my hands. Little snippies. So I'm not going to do his mane, but we are going to put a little bridle path in. So if anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's just like you chop the bit of hair where their bridle goes, just so it's comfier for their bridle to be over their head, and also it's easier, like it keeps it a lot neater. So I'm going to try and separate a bit of hair. He's like, what are you doing, ma'am? Spent 3 years of my life growing this. Jeanette's not here. Oh, said her real name.
Oh man! Secret's out.
Good boy.
I wouldn't have taken that much off.
I was waiting for that.
You've ruined it now.
Oh, I've ruined my pony.
He won't go 5-star now.
I think it's the length of his legs that are going to stop him going 5-star. Good boy. Doesn't really look any different for you guys, but it's a big step. He has a bridle path.
So grown up.
Woo! Right, should we get some equipment on you? Get some tack on you? Yep.
He's like, nope.
No, get me
Hi.
on the camera.
Hi.
So, big day today is we've actually got a proper roller on. Hey, roller with buckles. And also a numner. This is a Shire's equestrian one. It's one of the performance ones. And basically it has like silicone under there. Wow, my finger looks huge. I am zooming. Did you see how dirty that was? That was disgusting. But basically it won't slip because it's got like gel and silicone on, yeah, the top and the bottom. Good boy. So we're just checking that he's okay with that, and hopefully we're going to give him a little lunge in this. Lunge / doing more groundwork. Also, yeah, the whole stepping back thing is Ari's like go-to, so that's why G's been quite strict. Oh yeah, also guys, this video is sponsored by the colour baby blue. Apparently that's all I wear now.
Oh wait, that's like baby blue as well.
Yeah, obviously it's sponsored. So
Obviously.
Baby Blue just sent us a load of stuff.
That's probably some random company.
Yeah. Okay, so back in the arena, you guys must be so bored of seeing this, but I'm showing you this tiny clip to reinforce how many times you have to repeat things with horses. So every session starts the same. We do the same groundwork. He learns that he is to stand by himself. I go and praise him. I step away. We move on, and that whole time he stands and waits for my command. It does get a bit tedious, but it's so important for horses. They really do thrive on repetition. So now what we're doing is we're going to introduce some poles for the very first time. So exciting. Ari is buzzed, as you can see. So I'm just going with him to show him that it's okay, and I'm going to walk over them just so he understands that it's not scary. Yay!
Come on, darling.
Okay, so as you can see there, going over the pole for the first time was a huge success. Ari literally didn't care at all. He has a tiny bit of a wobble here and kind of thinks like, oh, do I want to avoid doing that again? But literally like the smallest battle there, you can see I just encourage him forward with his hand, and then we go back over the pole. I step a bit further away from him this time, just so I'm gradually building his independence, so that eventually I can just lunge him over them and he doesn't feel like he needs me there. So here we're going to do a change of rein, and you'll see he goes to step with me there when I didn't want him to, so I just stop him, I stop, and then he understands, and I go and give him a little pat for standing still, and we change the rein and tackle the poles on the other rein.
He kicked it back into place. Perfect. Tactical.
Okay, so he's obviously fine going over the pole this way, so now we start trying to get him to lunge over it slightly. So I'm starting to walk less with him. I mean, I say that, look at me still stomping around the arena, but I'm basically trying to get him so that he's doing it completely on his own, and he already knows how to lunge, so off we go. And he says, nah mum, I ain't doing that, not today. Literally not a problem though, so I just keep him going in his little trot, and we avoid it that time, but I think we then just trot around and pop over it, and he's actually been so good. Like, he has settled so quickly there for a young horse. I was really pleased with him. Nearly take over the poly jump, but just about managed to swerve around. But how sensible the way he just trots around over that. And there I'm just wanting him to go a little bit forward past the gate, because you can just see that outside shoulder, he's just hanging a little bit to the gate when he comes around here. So just trying to get him to move forward there, but really pleased with how he's trotting over the poles now. So I'm sure you guys will have guessed, but we obviously then repeat it on the other rein, so here we go. And then I'm like, Ari hun, move, and 15 hours later he then erupts and gives me this little sassy little buck because he gets a bit annoyed at me chasing him. But look at that, he just comes straight back round and takes himself over the pole. I mean, what a dream of a youngster. He's already looking for the jumps, which means he's going to look for those flags cross country. Anyway, that might be a good thing, but you can see here his lunging is not great. I'm having to really get after him, and then he shoots off once he's past the gate, and then he slows down again. So this clip will actually end in just a moment because I have to get G to stop filming and to come and help out like she has in the previous videos. So that's basically what happens when this suddenly cuts out.
Day 5.
Sit.
It depends if you count the day off.
Yeah, it's all part of the process.
Oh look, we're doing the first combination. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. Just like Lara in the jumping. Polly.
Bowley.
Come on.
Come on, darling.
Boy. Well done.
Good boy.
Oh, at least I can stop and think about that, Mum.
I know, his brain was like, I'm walking out. Oh no, I need to stop. So here we are the day after, a change of coat, a change of number, but all in all, doing the exact same stuff as you guys probably guessed. So we've added a second pole, and here I am, just leading him over it. We're doing exactly what we did yesterday, just with the new introduction of the pole, and then with the hope of improving his lunging a little bit. So I feel like there's not too much more for me to say for this. So here comes a juicy montage. Right, last little thing for today, and this vlog actually, because I've decided I'm ending the vlog now, is to put some side reins on him. Now, he's not keen. I know they're thinking the same, Ari. Now, these are not going on him to get him on the bit. Oh, a cat. Guest appearance for the final part of the vlog. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Berry. This is basically just a little step before we two-line him or long rein him, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to have them really, really loose, but just so that if he like properly pokes his nose or something, he gets the slightest bit of pressure down the rein, just so he starts to learn about having equal pressure either side of his mouth. I know, it seems like such a rubbish lesson to learn. So, and these are also elastic, I should say, so extra lovely. Let's pop these bad boys on. Obviously, do not agree with wrenching youngsters' heads in. Do we? We don't want to do that. That's not what we're doing today. He's like, don't do it, Mum. Please. Just stop. It's so you learn a little bit about pressure. Good boy. You're okay. I know, you've got scary things attached to you, haven't you? Good boy. I probably should have actually waved them over your neck. We've done so much of that today, Ari. I don't think you'd mind about these, but I know. Well, you did mind, didn't you? We used to add a little bit less. Like Bambi on ice. It's super scary. Look, it's going to attach here. That's what it's going to do. That's not scary, is it? It's not scary at all. Right, I'm going to make it a little bit tighter, just so that we don't end up putting a leg through it. Good boy. And there we have it on the bit. Okay, so a bit more riveting content. Bet you guys are falling off your chairs seeing this right now. But basically, I'm just walking around with him like the Groundwork that we know and love so well. Obviously, Ari is very comfortable doing this. So comfortable, he's going to let out a little fart, if I'm not mistaken right now. But just walking around so he gets used to having the side reins on him. You can see they're so baggy, but just ever like so occasionally he'll get a little bit of pressure down them, and that's just starting to introduce him to the concept of having pressure down the reins. Obviously, when we move into the second video of long reining him, that is going to be a big thing for him, so it's really important that he understands it in a very safe and calm environment, hence why I'm walking at his head. They're very loose and I'm giving him lots of praise. So we did that on both reins. Obviously, if you've learned anything from this video, it's that everything must be done on both reins. Remember that for life, guys. And then we do a little bit of lunging with the side reins, just flapping around there. And Ari feels a tiny bit of pressure, a little bit of resistance, puts his head up, and then I just encourage him forward, and he's such a good boy, literally just works his way through it. And as you can see, he pops his head back down, and they go baggy again for him. Another thing to say about the bagginess, which is actually really good for him, is obviously when we longline him, he's going to have lunge reins on his side, on both sides, and they're going to be flapping around. So this is a really nice way of just introducing him to having that. So you can see he's just working his way through this. So we just take our time, but he's being such a little sweetheart with it.
Okay, so we are done and dusted for this vlog. It has taken us a week. Wait, is it day 5? No, day 6 with the break, or day 6 without?
Day 6 with the break?
About a week to get to this point. Obviously, he had the groundwork done beforehand, which I stupidly didn't video, but here we are. We are so chuffed. G and I were just saying it's a shame we can't hug, because we're both feeling a little bit emotional at how good this boy has just been. He's just taken everything in his stride, to be honest. I don't think I've had one that's actually learned this quickly to kind of lunge calmly like that. Like, he's very good at coming back to you, like he's getting good at not like turning in on you. Just all in all, I'm very, very chuffed with him. So the next step is we are going to long rein him. Lots more to come, but way too much for one vlog. So that is the end of this one today. But if you enjoyed, make sure you give it a like, hit the bell, subscribe if you haven't already. I can't even say it. No one might know and subscribes. And leave a comment below if you've enjoyed this vlog, if you like watching Ari's progress, if you want us to vlog the rest of his breaking in experience. Let us know. Thanks for watching, guys. And we live, laugh, love you. He was like, that is disgusting.
See, me and I are on the same page here.
I said it ironically, it's fine.